Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the UTSA Roadrunners and the UAB Blazers. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Blazers head coach before the game. One of the things you can look for early in this ball game, guys, is how often the quarterback throws the ball. Coaches know they want to be balanced, keep the defense on their heels, but they also want to get their quarterback the school record for single-season passing yards. I expect them to let him throw the ball early, kind of get that record early, get that pressure off of his back, but also energize him and his teammates so they can play well the rest of this game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will have the football first. And onto the field comes Will Henderson, one of the top running backs in the game, and we expect them to feed him a lot.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole...
A lot of room to the right. He's at the 20. Into the...
talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
On the return, it's Holmes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So UAB's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Now we take a look at Ryder Burton. They're putting the fortunes of this offense into his hands. Snags a quick pass on the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll line up for a second down play. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and 6 yards to go. To the air, it's Burton. Look out! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Blazers will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Fights off a defender. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Offense getting set for first down. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback signaling to his guys. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Henderson. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Long way to go on second down. Got an alley. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To throw, it's McCown. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he
snags it. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. To the air. It's Burton. Rush right in his face. Got a man in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Tells the run, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. And the Blazers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Blazers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here today.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Checking in from the Roadrunners sideline, we are seeing history here today. The running back has continued to run strong today, and now he is the program's single-season leader. The sideline immediately went up in arms, yelling, screaming. They are so excited for their running back, and they will continue to ride his energy here today as he makes more school history. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. He's past the sticks. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Stepping to the right. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Trying to get the corner. Quick toss. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. He's piled up 65 yards rushing in this one and closing in on 1,800 yards for the season. They'll give it to him again. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. And the Roadrunners have taken it inside the 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Amador. Touchdown, Roadrunners! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Moving the pocket, it's Burton. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. He's dropped. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's a welcome sign for this offense, right? They haven't put drives together. Nice to see them execute on 3rd down. At the very least, man, give your defense a rest. They've been playing a lot. Too many punts for this offense. Nice to see them execute on 3rd down.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Blazers are in the hurry-up.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Handoff again. Enough to move the chains. There's a little room there. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. In the red area, it's Simpkins. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blazers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. And when you've been around a while, as this guy has behind center, you expect this type of performance, and boy, is he delivered. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders, and best of all, they've protected the football. He now has 79 yards rushing in this game, and he is closing in on the 1,800-yard mark. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turns it on in midfield. Flying down the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Great job by the back on the option. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Back to throw, it's Burton. Gets a hand in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Makes the grab. At midfield, he's got room. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Blazers send out the punt unit. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the UTSA sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Moves the pocket. It's McCown. Left side is Henderson. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Nice move there. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. 2nd down to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Under pressure.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin. And
unleashes one deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. That is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 10 team, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's Northwestern engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone 1st downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Back now to your game in Birmingham. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Protective Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Coach Alex Mortensen told me at halftime, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Okay, Holly. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Sets his feet. It's Burton. Looking left. And the timing just a hair off.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Blazers will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Holly, what do you have?
Checking in from the Roadrunners sideline, their running back is making a little bit of history, and his teammates are very aware. That last touchdown rushing touchdown put him at the top of school history for the season. Guys are fired up, making sure he gets the game ball right there. He's trying to get his helmet back on and get ready to run back out there and make even more history here today. But guys are very aware that he's doing something special out on the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick give, it's Henderson. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there, gets it to the 30. The Roadrunners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeps it moving. It's Henderson. Inside the 15. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. UAB comes out, the offense looking for a productive drive. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here he goes. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Touchdown, UAB. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
Now, I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Roadrunners sideline. There is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to...
Caught, and he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. After the completion, we see there is a man down and the clock will stop to check on him. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 1. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And it's the Roadrunners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Roadrunners are rolling down the field. He's changing the play. Back to throw, it's McCown. Going to take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Klein. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Rush is on. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. All the way back to the 15. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knock him down after the takeaway and a big play for this defense. As we check in with Holly.
Hey guys, here on the Blazers sideline, during that last drive, their starting quarterback set a new school record for passing yards, and the sideline made sure to celebrate him. There is so much energy, enthusiasm. They're patting him on the back, patting him on the helmet, guys. He's had to leave his helmet on because he's getting so much love and congratulations. We'll see if he can go back out there and make even more history here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. One final play before the end of the quarter. They want to run it left here. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Right side, it's Campbell. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Roadrunners peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll need a bunch on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Amador. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And it's the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. This quarterback part of their running game. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays, and
snags it, and there's running room. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out wide right, it's Amador. Touchdown, UTSA! A great catch and run for 6. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. From deep, it's Simpkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Roadrunners! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick.
And he coughs it up inside the 20. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Back to throw, it's Burton. Right side, it's Ferguson. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
It's 3rd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd down play from the gun. Grabs it in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.